Da-da-da-da.
Hmm, hope this looks good. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I'm using my stand or my tripod. Well, the one that is subdued does not want to cooperate. Hold on.
Just like, just do this. Is that okay? Is this good enough? Well, gonna have to be good enough for the next. I don't know how long I'm gonna be live, but yeah. Three, two, one. Hi everyone. So welcome back to another one of my lives, my weekly lives here on Saturday. So basically overall, this video just discussing like how, my week was and wondering me asking questions about how your week was. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. And first off, please ignore my hair. I am planning on getting a haircut sometime next week. So either Wednesday or Thursday. So yeah. So this week for me has been kind of, I mean, I'm surprised. Pretty much like this week, feel like it just literally like flew by. Like one minute it felt like it was Monday, the next felt like it was Tuesday, and then the next, well, basically, I don't know. It's like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, just kind of like that's how it felt. But yeah. So overall, I'd say my week has been pretty okay, I guess. I have been trying to get better sleep, specifically with like my time schedule. Hold on, sorry. What is with my tripod and not wanting to cooperate with me? What it what is with it? Also, please ignore the fact that there is a fan um over there. I have hold on. Okay. So I have a fan that is standing on a shoebox on my floor because this outlet behind me does not work anymore apparently because I went to charge my phone and my fan were both in the same outlet at the same time and apparently I might have blown a fuse. I don't know. Hi there, tomorrow Liam. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Hi. Oh, and also forgive this Band-Aid. I got scratched by a cat. I got scratched by a cat this week. Yeah, so what I was trying to do was, hi there, Fuzzy Pickles. How are you doing? Yeah, so this week, oh, hi, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Hi, tomorrow, Liam. How are you guys doing? How are you all doing? Yeah, so I got scratched by a cat this week. Um, Pretty much just that got to explain. I went to try and go pick up the cat and like pet it. And then next thing you know, it gets aggressive and scratches me. Which I mean, here's the thing though. I feel like I'm a cat person, but also at the same time I feel like I'm not. Hi there, Demon Bacon One. Oh, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Yeah, so this has happened to me because I went to go and pick up a cat. It's one of my siblings' cat, to be specific, not like a random cat off the street or like at the vet. It was just one of my siblings' cat. I went to go pick it up and pet it, and it got aggressive and claws out, and next thing I know, I got scratched. And apparently it left like a very deep cut. Um, so I had to get band-aids, I had to do everything. Well, I didn't need stitches. I didn't need stitches, thank God. But yeah, so oh hi Glenn. Hi Glenn, how are you doing today? Yeah. So I just feel like I just feel like I'm starting to become less and less of a cat person. I'm not saying like I hate cats just because like, a few times, I got scratched by one, but I don't really know what. I mean, I never had, like, any incidences with dogs, but with cats, I don't know why, but I'm guessing they're a bit more well, they say cats are a bit more feral, so yeah. And I almost pretty much almost like all my siblings have cats, to be honest. So I'm sort of like a cat uncle to all their cats, and half the time I have to help take care of them because, well, I don't have my own pet, which truth be told, do I look like I'm ready to have my own pet now? Because I mean, here's the thing though. I always wondered like one day if like I'll ever have my own pet, like a my own cat, my own dog, whatever. I subscribed. Oh, thank you so much, Glenn Tucker. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, thank you so much. So yeah. So like I said, I don't really know when exactly I feel like I'd ever have a pet in my life. But I do know for a fact that when I do want a pet, it'd have to be like if I feel ready because people say that when you own a pet, that is a huge responsibility because having a pet is like they say having some people keep telling me that having a pet is almost the equivalent of you having like a human child or a human baby, except well they're a pet. They're an animal you have to take care of, you have to feed, you have to bathe, you have to do I mean, yeah, they're fur babies, they're fur babies. Aw, thank you so much, Demon E Bacon 1. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so for me though, I don't know when I feel like I will be ready to have a pet. I definitely okay, so here's the thing though. For me though, I want to this is the rules I have if I'm ever going to have a pet, okay? One, I want it to be like when I'm ready. Two, I want to make sure like I have everything prepared to have a pet, whether that's a cat or a dog or etc. And three, I just wanted to make sure, like, I know I'm ready for one. I know I'm ready for one. I have a dog. Oh, that's sweet. What breed? Is it like Cocker Spaniel? Is it Dalmatian? Is it German Shepherd? Excuse me. Yeah. So I just tell myself that yeah, I would love to have a pet one day, but until then, I'm gonna have to wait. Which, quite frankly, I wouldn't mind because sorry, hold on, I need it. Many of you may have known this canister in a few of my short videos. Yeah, but anyways, so I just wanna make sure, like, someday I will be ready to have a pet of my own. Yeah, and I don't know if you all on here have your own pets. I mean, I do know that Glenn says they have a dog, so yeah, but I just want to make sure I'm, like, prepared to have a pet because I don't know. They say that, like, the way you, like, raise a pet is almost like the same way, like apparently they said it's the same way, like, you're gonna raise, like, your future children, in which to me, I'm like, "Oh god, if you think I can't properly take care of a pet, what makes you think I can properly take care of a child?" Because, I mean, here's the thing, though, I don't mind one day having kids. I don't. It's just that I wanna make sure I'm, like, ready, like, I'm fully prepared because most of my friends who have kids, either they had kids a little too young, like back in high school, or they had kids during when they were 19, 20, during the 2020 pandemic, actually. That's when most of my friends started having kids. Or when they got married, then they had kids. Or they had kids, then they got married. But then some of them got divorced, but still, that's a whole different topic. Yeah. So for me though, I do hope that one day I am like I feel prepared to have a pet, whether that's a dog or a cat, in the future, and I hope that it doesn't, like, poorly reflect on me if, like, one day if I ever me and my future partner, whoever that might be, ever decide on having kids that, we just know for sure we're ready. I mean, because I know a lot of people out there have said that, they do or don't feel ready to have kids, but then they do have a kid, and then a lot of their expectations kinda, like, go down the drain a little bit. But then when they I don't know, that's just my thing. I mean, here's the thing, though, I mainly wanna focus on, like, one day having my own pet first and just seeing how it goes. I mean, I do know for a pet, it's a lot of responsibility because, like I said, you got to feed them, you got to walk them, you got to like make sure you put them on good diets. Or no, well, I don't know. Unless they like need to be put on a diet, I don't know. Making sure they get good exercise, I know that. I know for a fact you have to make sure that any animal you have has a good amount of exercise because they can't just be sitting all day on the couch doing nothing, or you just put them in the backyard or the front yard or whatever, whether it's fenced in or you put them on a leash. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely do want to someday, yeah, have a, I don't know. But anyways, I hope that was my vent. Sorry, I accidentally bumped into my vent. If anyone's curious, I'm currently sitting on my floor, um, because yeah, I was just too lazy to move my chair because I am beyond. Oh, whoa. Okay, this live is getting pretty chaotic. Okay, hold on. Let me just trying to level it. Sorry, the tripod I'm using is just terrible. It's just terrible. Literally, I got a second one. One of my siblings had gifted me a new tripod for my birthday last week, which I am very grateful for. Um, because this one that I have now sucks. Because literally it doesn't want to like do what I say. Like meaning like it doesn't want to stay standing up. And I don't know if it's because, like, I had tightened something that caused a screw to get too tight and then loosened or what. I mean, this tripod, literally, it's only good if it's, like, all the bars are, like, down to this level, and if the standing the legs are, like, not standing. So it's very this tripod that I currently have my phone on is basically embarrassing me because I know that this was a very expensive thing for anyone in my family to have bought me because they did buy one of my family members did buy this for me for my birthday. Okay. I know it's weird though, because I'm 24 and people are like, "Oh, you should buy things for yourself," you know? I do, um, but I don't want I mean, I find it kinda weird though, because I mean, here's the thing though, I'm 24 now, and whenever people say they wanna buy stuff for me, I always get uncomfortable for some reason. Like, I always think, "Wait, shouldn't I be the one buying things for myself?" You know what I mean? Not have like, for one thing, I wanna be able to afford my own car with, like, no strings attached, or I would love to pay my own I would love to go out there and pay my own rent with my own money with no strings attached because, um, I don't know why, but I just don't feel comfortable receiving money or, like, gifts, if it's, like, not, like my birthday or a holiday, I guess. I don't know. I know that sounds terrible. I know that sounds terrible what I'm saying. Like someone comes up to you, one of your friends or family members like says, "Hey, I'm gonna buy your lunch today." And then you're just like, "Oh, thank you. I was gonna buy my own." And then right before like you said you're gonna pay for it, they somehow sneak up behind you and pay for your food or your groceries, and you're just like, "Oh, thank you," because it was kind of unexpected. It really is. But, like, I just get uncomfortable because of that, to be honest. I mean, I'm not saying, like, that's a bad thing, but I definitely do not feel comfortable when people do that because I'm 24 and I want to be able to pay for things by myself, like, pay for my stuff and not have someone else pay for it because it just creeps me out a little bit. I don't know why. But yeah. But anyways, how is your guys' week going? I really want to know how your guys' week is going. Hello there, water boy. It's been a while. How you doing? How you doing, water boy? It's been a while. Yeah, so I oof, sorry. I had pizza for lunch when I got home from work. And yes, I do have a job. To those who are wondering, I don't know, for some reason people don't actually think I have a job, which is kind of creepy, but or really hurtful actually. Like I do have a job. I go out there and I pay taxes. So, and I have my own bills and insurance I paid myself. So, yeah. So I work 4 days a week. What job do you have? I work at a hotel. I work at a hotel 4 days a week. I work Saturday, Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. Um, yeah, I work pretty much those days. Those days. I used to work Fridays. I used to work Fridays, but then they cut off my Fridays. And this weekend, especially, I know for a fact it's gonna be kicking me right in the focus because this weekend is Memorial Day weekend here in the US. And to those who don't know what Memorial Weekend is, it is literally one of the most busiest times of the year. It's basically a 3-day weekend holiday for most people, or at least some people see it as like a 3-day holiday. Um, but for us workers who also work on the holidays, because I do work on the holidays. Last year, I remembered I worked on Christmas Eve, and then the next day was Christmas, so at least I had Christmas off. Do you make over $12,000? No, I don't make that much money. If I could save that much money, I'd have my own place. Because do you not know how crazy expensive rent is nowadays? Like seriously, I went online and there was a place that costs like 600 bucks a month, and I'm wondering how the hell can I afford that? No, I don't make 12,000 bucks at my job. I don't. Up to you about the job. Yeah, I told myself that once I am planning on like trying to get like a second job. I would love to do that because then I can have like 2 incomes. So that way I can afford things better. But I want it to be a job where it's like flexible enough for me to work at because I don't want to be going from one job, that involves me waking up at 4 a.m. and then having to go to another job that I have to be in the afternoon and working up until like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night, and then I get home and only get like 3 to 4 hours of sleep, which trust me, that does not work out for me. I mean, I would definitely I mean, I would definitely have to like Sorry, I'm a little tired. I mean, I definitely would like to one day have a job where I do work 5 days a week, but on like a good steady schedule. Sorry, my lips are currently chapped as well. Like I'm just doing that because like my lips are chapped. I don't have chapstick. Mm. Yeah, you have to pay your taxes. You have to pay your taxes. That's very important. I paid mine. I paid mine. You should pay yours. Honestly, that's a good thing because you can't just not pay your taxes because then you'd be a ginormous pain. You'd be a ginormous tuchus, rear end because you're not making an important decision. Because if you don't pay your taxes, you can end up in jail. And would you really want to end up in jail? No. So that's why I make sure that I'm doing everything right involving with my taxes. And yeah, I mean, luckily tax season is over, but uh, luckily tax season is over for now. But once the next year rolls by, I know for a fact I feel like I might get screwed. Yeah, and sorry about my hair. Like I said earlier in this live stream, I am planning on getting a haircut next week. And yeah, I will be going live on Tuesday next week as normal. Until I don't know, something convinces me to go live 3 times a week, which yeah, I don't know for sure if that's gonna be possible for me because um I don't know. But anyways. Mm. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Yeah, so so I think I'm not gonna be live that long on here because obviously you can tell in my facial expression I am tired and I need to go to bed because I've been up for oh wow, it's already past 4 o'clock. Okay, I've been up for over 12 hours now. Yippee. Yeah, I just need to get some rest. So let me just catch you up on what's gonna be happening next week. Pretty much next week, I'm gonna be doing what I normally do. I got a short video that will be posted here on Monday as usual. Then I'm gonna go live on not Thursday, on Tuesday as usual. And I'm also gonna be posting another short video on Wednesday as normal. So to anyone out there who wants to, make sure you're subscribed so you can see all my crazy content. Because oh, and sorry about the whole hair thing. I feel like the hair might be bugging people, but like I said, I'm gonna be getting a haircut next week. So yeah, get ready, y'all. Get ready. I am considering so normally whenever I get a haircut, I just want to emphasize this. Anytime I get a haircut, I always try to make sure I get my haircut like I get this side buzzed or cut short and then the top part of my head also cut short but also trim to I don't know, I want to say right here in this general area. I don't know for sure. I'm not a hair expert. Sorry if you just saw me if I was partially bald for a second ago or it looked like I was. But yeah, mostly I get a haircut every 2 3 months because my hair grows freaking long, and yeah, with the summer seasons coming up now because it's May, yeah, I'm gonna have to get a lot of haircuts, especially if I'm gonna plan on ever surviving the summer with the crazy heat that's been going on here where I live at. Now I live in the East Coast. Specifically I live in North Carolina. So really though, I don't know. We've been having some crazy weather here lately. So tomorrow, they said it's supposed to be sunny in the morning, But then later that afternoon, it's supposed to be like thunderstorms and just so yeah. So pray for me, please. Please pray for me, which is exactly the same thing I told some of the get well, yeah, what I told the guest and my employees, well, pray for me and my wait, coworkers, not employees. I'm not their boss. I'm not their boss. I think I'd be a terrible boss. Well, I feel like I'd be a good boss because for one thing, I don't know. I just want everyone to be happy, that's all. But I do know as a boss, you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. So correct me. I'm gonna correct myself. My coworkers, me and my coworkers. Please pray for me and my coworkers, and hopefully we survive the storms. Yeah, but yeah, so that's pretty much what's going to be happening next week. Here we're going to be getting a lot of thunderstorms, but I'm also going to be posting my regular content on here. I will be going live on Tuesday, like I said. So if anyone wants to ask any questions, and yeah, and I am hopefully thinking about one day posting like a little, excuse me, a little Q&A video here on YouTube. So to anyone here who wants me to do like a little Q&A video, I will make a post and yeah, you guys can write down what you want to comment or want to ask me. I will, however, am gonna go through the comments and just make sure like yeah, like the question doesn't repeat because I've seen a lot of people or a lot of content creators who, whenever it comes to, yeah, whenever it comes to them just like reading, doing Q&A videos, they always make sure the question doesn't repeat itself. Hello there, Dino Nugget Lord 4, YouTube. Interesting username, but okay. But yeah, so sorry, that was the zipper to my coat. So yeah. So I am hopefully planning on going to be making a Q&A video for you guys in the future so that way you can just yeah. But I am going to make a post. I will make a post about it sometime, so yeah. So you guys can ask me anything and just yeah, ask me any questions. Yeah, so but that's like in the future plans. I don't know, maybe I could make a post about it and I can end up posting the video in June or July. We don't know. But yeah, but anyways, that's pretty much it for today's live stream. Yeah, I just want to say thank you all so much for chatting with you guys today. Thank you so much for joining my live today. Like I said, I will be live again on Tuesday around this time, so please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you can be notified when I go live. And don't forget to also like this live stream. People say it helps, so yeah, so don't forget to do that. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the alarm button to be notified when I go live, and like the video, I guess, like the video. And like I said, sometime in the future, I will try to make a post that, like a little Q&A video, I guess, on here. So, yeah. But okay, yeah, that's all for today's live stream. Again, thank you so much for joining my live stream, and I will talk to and see all of you beautiful people next week on Tuesday. And as always, take care and have a good day and or night. Okay? Mwah. Sorry, I just do that on TikTok, and apparently now I do that on YouTube. I blow you guys a kiss. Mwah. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Oh, and stay safe and take care.